Alright, I think we've got everything as we want it. Welcome to the stream. Anyone that's just tuned in, I said that. I forget to post on the Discord because I'm a foolish fool who is very foolish. Hey Foxbird, how's it going? Yeah, it's a bit of a weird, because playing a non-Nomad game, I've had to put in a bit of weird stuff to make sure. I say weird stuff. I basically had to make a new layout. And also I booted up Gloomhaven, and I had the panic of my life when it said there was an error and I had to exit the game. And this was about 5 minutes to 1, so I was like, oh gee, I should have checked this before I started playing. That was my downfall. But we're here now. Game works. Hi Muriel, welcome to the cool Nomad Games Talisman. Nomad Game? I'm so used to playing Talisman Digital Edition. Gloomhaven. For the first time ever, we're playing a game that isn't one of ours, because you lot requested it. We decided that it'd be quite nice to... Hang on, is the music doing what I think it should be doing? Say I've got no desktop audio. There you go, that's better. Hi Geeky Chappy. Yeah, so normally I do all of the social media and setup just before I start the stream. That's generally what I do when when you've got that little stream starting soon screen. That tends to be what I'm setting up. But I had a proper panic because the game wasn't working. But we're all good. We're officially all good. Alright, cool. Everyone knows what's up. Got everything set up how I like it. And I'm ready to play some Gloomhaven. Something that I've never actually done. So, alright, so I'm guessing Guildmaster is the tutorial? That seems to be, certainly looks like this tutorial. So, if that's the tutorial, that's what I'm probably going to do. Tutorial is tutorial. Well, it's good that, oh. Yes, of course, tutorial is tutorial. I completely blanked. It's been a mad morning. I've had to take one of my cats to the vets. They seem to be okay. The vet seems to think they're going to be okay. But yeah, it's just been a bit of a manic morning. But here now, ready to chill out and stream some Gloomhaven. This can also be experienced as part of the intro to the Guildmaster mode. Alright, I'll go Guildmaster because that seems like the smart thing to do, if it rolls the tutorial into it. So, yes, so the issue that I had was it tried to load the game, but it was having some issue with the DLC. So I disabled the DLC and then it worked. So, not sure what happened, but at least I got it working. So, I don't want to play a DLC anyway. Let's new. Alright, so we've got friendly, easy, normal, hard, brutal, and deadly. So, someone on Twitter recommended us going for friendly because apparently that's as like an intro, friendly's where you want to be at. So what's it? 25% less enemies. See, I already like the fact that it's showing me what the difference between the difficulties is. Too many games, I feel, have issues where it just tells you, like, but not actually tells you. Also, my green screen's freaking out. Bear with me 1 second. It's professional here at Nomad Games. Filters, green screen. That makes it all green. Can we get the sweet spot? Oh, that's my face. That's my face disappearing. That's the sweet spot. Cool. Yeah, sometimes I just need to fiddle around with it to get the right thing. I'm sure you'd be fine with normal. Yeah, I'll go with easy or normal. The game is not that bad on Guildmaster. Let's start with easy, because if I was playing this and just playing it, I'd probably go on normal. But because I'm playing it on stream and I'm also chatting to everyone, I'll probably appreciate a little bit going on easy. Enter guild name. Ooh. Let's go for Nomad. Adventures. How's that sound? Nomad Adventures. I think I'm alright with that. Continue. Yeah, I'm also playing with a digital controller, partly because I'm very interested in how these guys implement a controller into a digital board game, because obviously we've put controllers into our games, and we've got a lot of experience with setting that kind of thing up. So I'm always interested to see how other people do it. I think that's basically partly why I'm doing these streams once a month, because I want to be able to see what other cool people are doing, and then, you know, chat about what they're doing differently. Okay, so attack modifiers, recommended. Yeah, I'll just go with what's recommended. So there's a lot of customization with the house rules. That's already quite a nice thing. Let's do the tutorial. Yeah, and the whole reason I'm here is to do the tutorial. Alright. What we got? Loading.
Welcome, Guildmaster. I'm the guild trainer, and I'm here to guide you through setting up your own mercenary guild. Let's start with you guiding the brute through this first tutorial.
Alright. Let's guide a brute. I always knew my life would come to this. Great seeing more people getting into Gloomhaven. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I've had it for a while, just because I think because of the circles that all us digital board game people run in, we always end up with copies of everything, basically. So yeah, I'm super excited for it. As another digital board game studio, it's super interesting to see what people are doing. Actually, I want to keep yourself with how to adjust your view as the battlefield. Camera controls. Deck of ability cards. These cards are how you most need to explore dungeons, find enemies, and loot treasure. Okay. The first thing you do is select. Yeah. So for anyone that doesn't know, I'm literally never played Gloomhaven before, either physical or digital. Destroy the brute has just 3 cards at disposal. On the left, trample and grab and go, trample and provoking roar. Okay, so you basically have options as to what you can do. And those options are the cards that you draw, if I'm understanding correctly. So, trigger. Okay, grab and go, move 4 spaces, loot 1 thing. Cool. Attack for 3, pierce 2. Or move and attack. Okay. Use A to select 2 ability cards for each mercenary, or choose to rest. So I'm gonna grab trample. See how the question mark next to the Brute's portrait at the top of the screen has changed to a number. It shows the initiative. Okay. Number next to the first card you select determines the character initiative for the round. The lower the number, the earlier in the round the character will act. Ah, okay. I was just about to ask what that number is. Since there are no other characters visible right now, it will immediately be the Brute's turn anyhow. I also appreciate the anyhow. Anywhere that you can put in a cheeky little anyhow. Alright, so I want to select grab and go, and then end selection. Cool. Now it's the Brute's turn, time to choose some actions. Each half of a card represents an action comprised of one or more abilities. You get to use 2 actions per turn, and you can pick any of the 4 card halves on the left to use your first action. Okay, so each card's got 2 actions that you can use on it. That's quite interesting. So you're never left with a card that's just only useful in particular situations. That's cool. For example, top off a trample. Okay, but you can't use the same card twice. Okay, so select the bottom half. So it comes with default movement as well, so you're really never stuck. That's quite good. See, this is interesting because speaking as like a board game developer, I immediately assumed that it would be like a snap-based movement for choosing the hex. Like you just flick over and immediately pick one. But I actually kind of like the fact that it's a bit more freeform, because you can tell that there's some kind of guidance that leads you towards the center of each hex, but it's not overpowering. It doesn't feel like it's like, oh, well, you have to go into one of these. Interesting. I'd like to open the door, please. First enemy, a bandit guard. Don't like the look at you. Unusual for a digital board game that isn't just top down. Yeah, I really like the fact that they haven't just done a top down board game. Like, they probably could have made it work if they'd done it just top down. But yeah, the fact that they've put the effort in to actually make the game look as it, like, in your mind's eye, it looks how you'd expect the board game to look. Like, obviously a board game's only as... it's cardboard, isn't it? Cardboard and miniatures. There's only so good it can look. But if... I don't know, yeah. The fact that they've put in this much effort, well done, Flaming Fowl Studios. I applaud you. Okay, cool. As well as doing Fury of Dracula gameplays, I also have a Gloomhaven campaign on my YouTube channel. Feel free to check it out. Yes, I have watched some of your Fury of Dracula gameplays, Scott Sword. And very good. Massively appreciate you playing some Fury of Dracula, of course. Bandit Guard, like player characters, monsters, also select options for their turn. Oh, okay. Hover the bandit's portrait in the initiative track at the top of the screen. So. Okay. Whilst hovered, you can see the bandit's intentions this round. He tends to move and attack. Whereas player characters get 2 actions per turn, monsters only get 1, albeit often with multiple abilities within. Notice how the bandit has a lower initiative than the brute, and would have acted for the brute this round had he been visible. As is currently the brute's turn, however, you'll get to finish his turn before the bandit can act. Okay, cool. So I want to come off that, select the highlight hex. I'd like to move there. Finish using grab and go for the turn. It is discard no longer usable until you return to hand via resting. Okay. For now, time to attack. I've noticed that my eyeball keeps getting seen through, so I'm just gonna. Don't want to see through my eyeball, thank you. Alright, cool. No more eyeball visions. That's what we want. Yeah, I think that's a lot of our takeaway as a studio from Gloomhaven Digital, is the fact that they've put so much effort into this adaptation. Like, look how nice it is, the fact that the walls just dynamically go down as you go around. Like, little stuff like that you don't expect. Like, and clearly it's paid off for them, because I've seen the sales. Like, they've just gone past 500,000 sales, I think. Like, clearly it's worth it doing, because everyone thinks this game's great, and I can see why. Alright, select the top half of trample. I'd like to trample you, please. Whenever you attack, an attack modifier is drawn from your character's modifier deck. Okay, cool. I'm 197 hours into the digital version. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Alright, so what have we got? End the turn. So many different environments and effects as well. I'm very much looking forward to seeing those. Now is the bandit's turn. As we saw on his card earlier, he has to move and then perform a melee attack for 3 damage. That makes sense. It's going to take damage directly. A hit points whenever a player character's damage, you present with 3 options. Okay. Act. Interesting. You choose to burn 1 available card. So you can use your ability cards as resources to stop damage. Interesting mechanic. Usually wise to take the damage over burning cards if possible, lest you run out of cards and finish the scenario with. Yeah. Like, I imagine limiting your options is a lot worse in the long run than just taking some hit point damage. So take some damage. Bandit's turn is now over. Short rest will burn 1 of your discarded cards at random. Losing with the rest of the scenario will recover. Okay, so it's like a quick, like, get me back in, but you haven't properly rested. Now you're not able to choose which card to burn instead of it being at random, but the character will perform a heal 2 action and refresh all item cards. Okay, cool. Alright, yeah, short rest. That makes sense. I also appreciate, like, I'm assuming that these tooltips that are coming up aren't just for the tutorial, and they'll always come up unless you turn them off, which I really appreciate. Short rest. Burn, grab and go. So grab and go is now dark red to indicate it's burned and no longer usable in the current scenario. Okay, cool. It's more hours than anything else in my Steam library. 9,475. No, 74 hours and counting. Jesus. Jesus. That's nearly 10,000 hours. That's so many rolls. It's crucial to go as early as possible in the round to get the first attack. Okay. So let's go for Provoking Roar and Trample. Move and attack. That's active until after the brute's turn. Do this lower initiative 50. Okay, cool. Okay, so that number at the top next to the character portrait, that's your initiative. That makes sense. So I want to select the top half of Trample. So only the first card you choose defines your initiative. So if you pick one that's super quick, but then another card that's slower, you still get to go first? Interesting. Yeah, I'd hope that that's the best money you've ever spent, because that is some value right there. I'd like to attack this man, please. Gold on the floor, the bandit left behind. To pick it up, you need to use a loot ability. Okay, so you can pick up on the go, or you can just end your turn there. Ability at the bottom half action, how the brute reach the goal. The default action, that makes sense. So you can always move 2 and you can always attack for 2. That makes sense. Skip the movement, end the brute's turn.
Great work. Not only did you vanquish the lone bandit guard, you've even managed to pick up a few pieces of gold. With the basics covered.
More dangerous scenarios. I'm ready for more dangerous scenarios. I feel like nothing bad could possibly happen to me at this point.
Welcome to your first training mission. You've learned the basics, but now you must help the gravely wounded brute deal with a bandit archer elite, a stronger enemy with greater stats than normal. Your objectives to start are: take down the archer with a single attack.
Okay. So I need to take him down with a single attack. Initiative manipulation is really important in this game. It's super interesting. Cool. Bear that in mind. Bought the pre-release season pass. I played the physical board game weekly since 1895? 1985. So the digital version was a given. I wasn't expecting it as good or as long lasting as it has been. That's some talisman dedication. I'm very impressed. Alright, now it's time for me to make a smart decision once I've adjusted my setting. I'm old, Tom, but I'm not that old. Yeah, I feel like if you were 1895, I don't think we'd be having much of a conversation. Unless you've got resurrected and brought back from the dead. Alright. So I can shield bash. So I can attack and then... Is there a way for me to like zoom in and check out what they do? Because I'd really like to do that. Push. So I'm guessing I need to use shield bash and then overwhelming assault to push her into the bear traps. Alright, you go first and kill me. Burn one available card. Burn shield. Oh, okay. So that's the I can't burn 2 discarded cards, and I can't. So let's get rid of spare dagger. Alright, cool. Set up a trap. Now, I would like to murder. I was released in 1983. 15, that's where I got the 5 from. That makes sense. Still. Very impressive. Alright, so push. What's the what does the 2 in a star mean? That's what I'd like to know. If there's some kind of like guide EXP. Okay. So using that attack will give me EXP. Cool. Good to know. Alright, so shield bash to stun. And then once she's stunned, I can then push her. How do I do the push? So can I just stay here and then skip movement and then push? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Actions happen top to bottom. That makes sense. Right. Confirm target. I'd like you to get pushed over there, please. Can I not? Won't let me go any lower. There we go. Confirm push.
Nice work on not dying, but the objective was to.
Okay, so just not enough to murder. You have to push the full points. Push the full points.
To your objectives to start.
What do you mean push the full points? Am I on the right track at least? It says push 2. You have to push 2 hexes. You can't only push 1. That makes sense. Actually, she's got 6 health, and I can do an attack that deals 6 damage. Why am I trying to be fancy when I can just smack her? Right, burn an available card. Let's burn a spare dagger. You set a trap. And then I'm going to just smack you in the face. There you go. I like how I went into it being like, oh, clearly there's traps because I need to like think through where I can push them and do all this fancy stuff. No, just need to smack them.
Meaning you can't use it again in this scenario. Time to grab that gold.
Okay, so it's only the top half that can't be used again. So that's the story of my life. I'm always ahead of the curve. Right, so I need to move there, and stop. Get me some goodies.
Good job. With no enemies left and your objectives complete, the scenario normally would have ended already, leaving that.
Loot the chest. Alright, so if I take a long rest, because I need to get health back to go over the right, long rest. I'd like to discard. I suppose it doesn't matter. I end my turn and then I can move. Okay, so you have to So you always have to have a card to select. That makes sense. So yeah, so if you run out of actions, then you literally can't do anything. Interesting. So these two, and then I'd like to move, please. Actually, I'll use this one, because then I can... I'll take some damage. That's fine. Doesn't stop my movement though. Cool. Good to know. Hang on. Why is my green screen being a little so-and-so today? Let's just pretend that corner doesn't exist. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Cool. Oh. I'm putting my feet everywhere that I shouldn't be putting my feet. Right, cool. We're now as we should be. I think. Yeah. We're now as we should be. Cool. Yeah, I like the fact that this game is voice acted as well. Sounds like quite well voice acted. Loot. I'd like to loot. Oh, I'll just skip because I'll automatically loot. Boots of Striding. Add 2 move to a single movement. Best sound is Spellweaver getting hit. I'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Ooh, those boots of striding will come in handy next time you...
Alright, cool. I think that's training. Or the next step of training.
So, you've learned about the basic attack and move abilities, but this time we're going to use some abilities with additional effects. Those boots of striding you picked up last time can be used to increase a move ability by 2 hexes. That'll enable you to get up close. And your objectives for this first round are: use a jump.
Ooh, you can jump.
Across the traps unscathed. Disarm the archer before she attacks.
Okay. So... I guess that drawing of the hexagon shows you where you jump to? Alright. So... I want to do provoking roll and leaping charge. And then, how do I activate my... Oh, I'm guessing it'll tell me in a second. For each measurement, choose to... Alright, what does it say on my boots? During your movement, add 2 move to a single movement. Okay, so I can just use that. Interesting. What are you doing, Bandit? Alright, so I want to disarm her before she attacks. Oh, I can use the top and the bottom. I was like, but I can only do 2 things. How does that work? But so I want to move and jump. And the way that I do that, so hang on. Move 2 first. What's this? Press chest. Can I move 2? Jump 2 spaces? Hang on. Click on the boots. Gotcha. Cool. Normally just move to destination hex using shortest route possible. Don't make your own custom route because of certain abilities. Okay. So basically jump over here. Right? Or do I jump on the table? Jump lasts for the whole move action. Oh, okay. I didn't realise jump meant glide as a ghost, but that's cool. Okay. Skip movement and disarm. Have at you. Alright.
You did it. Not
Success.
only did you get a decent hit in with provoking roar, but thanks to the disarm condition you applied, the archer couldn't attack for the turn.
Cool.
She's low on health now, so you should be able to finish her off. Your objective...
Alright. So... short rest. Cool. So, I'll need to do 2 damage, which means I need to put on the jumping cleave. Grab a cow. No, I suppose provoking roar is the better one, because at least I get to attack. Alright, so smack you. Success. That was a successful smack. And then move. I'd like to go here, please. Fair movement. Cool. Yeah. For some reason, I assumed that there would be a actual jump. Like, you're allowed to jump 1 hex, but I didn't realise it just let you go through stuff. Minor healing potion. I like the sound of that. Victory. I also have to say that this tutorial so far is very good. Like, considering I imagine that obviously the board game's only going to have a physical manual. Like, obviously they designed this purely for the digital version, and the fact that it's so well, like, I've worked a bit on digital board game tutorials to help out our lead designer here at Nomad, and trying to make sure that you cover everything and you do it in a way that makes sense to the player but is different, because you can't refer back to stuff like you would if you had a physical rulebook in front of you. Yeah, they've done a really, really well job. Well job. Well job. Good job. Not well job. It was a rough road to get here, lol. Oh, because this game launched in early access, right? Yeah, I've not played the early access. This is the first time I've played it. Doesn't actually just tell it actually doesn't just tell you what to do. It lets you think for yourself from the start. Yes, like something that we've learned is that there's 2 different types of tutorial that really work for digital board games. Either you tell the player what you want them to do, and then give them all the tools that they can to do that, or you just say, "Here's what I want you to do," and we're going to railroad into you to doing just that. And I think when you give the player the tools to be able to make that informed decision and start thinking, it leads to a much better long-term experience. Because if you're used to the game just going, "We'll do this," and then doing it, when you're actually put in the full game, like, well, I don't know what to do now because you're not telling me what to do anymore. Whereas with a tutorial like this, it's so much better because I feel like once I actually get into the game proper, like, I'll be able to think because that's what I've been doing already. Does that make sense? I hope so. Don't get attacked.
My advice? Act quickly, looking carefully at what actions the enemies are going to take.
So they have movement and attack damage. Is there a way for me to be able to What I really want right now, I don't know if they do it, but if anyone's played Fire Emblem, there was a button that you could press and you could see all of the potential places that someone could attack you the next turn. I don't know if this game has that, but if it does, that's what I want. Tab. That's what I want. Not that. You don't know their actions until you choose yours. That makes sense. Fair enough. Yeah, so they can move too. But I'm assuming that the guys with swords probably, yeah, so like this guy's got a range of 3 and a movement of 2. This guy's got no ranged attack, so he can go here and attack there. He can go here and here and attack there. So if I go here, can I manage to avoid getting attacked? Oh, actually, he can only go there and there. No, because then he'd still be able to get me there. Big brain moment, big brain moment. I'm trying to think. So this is why I put it on low difficulty, because I know that I'd get to bits like this and go in, oh, what do I need to do? So anywhere here I'd get attacked. Here I'd get attacked. Here I wouldn't get attacked. But it's that archer. I suppose if he just doesn't hit me. But he's probably going to. Because what do I do? Or am I just overthinking it, and do I need to play it out so that I can see what happens? I think I'm overthinking it. Alright. So you're planning on attacking and you're planning on moving and attacking. So
looks like the archer got you. You gotta move fast and stay out of her range.
okay. So I need to move quicker than that. Understood. Don't get attacked for 2 rounds. Alright, how do I... Oh, it's just loading. Alright. Big brain moment. Big brain. We're here for this big brain. Alright. So, provoking roar. Leap and cleave? Cool, I get to go first. Alright, I don't want the healing potion. A closed door. There's nothing behind that, so I can't... I'm assuming there's nothing behind that door? Alright. What was I going to do? Only way to get further away. If only there was a way to get further away. There's nothing behind the door you can see with the ghosted hexes. So there is one. That makes sense. So let's go. Open door. Oh, cool. Cool. And then there's a man. So he's going to move to and then attack. Which means he's going to go... Right, there's no one I can attack. I could jump, skip attack. Alright, I think I'm just going to get hit, aren't I? Oh no. Is being in the door the best place to be? thought I'd cheesed it.
Excellent. You eluded the enemies in both rooms. You'll find it tricky to locate a safe space.
Okay. I obviously want a short rest because skipping my turn is going to be the worst one. Alright. Oh, I'm too slow. Oh, I shouldn't have burnt that. I shouldn't have burnt that car, should I? Oh, I've cheesed it. I've cheesed it. Yep. Yep, take some damage.
You can get out of reach of the pesky archers from the first room by moving.
Right. Alright. We're learning. We're learning. Yeah. I much prefer this type of tutorial. Even if, because the fact that it's presenting me with scenarios that I imagine will come up quite a lot during the game is super helpful. Like, it puts you in that mindset of, okay, I need to really think about this. So yeah, really good tutorial so far. Alright, so what did I do? Provoking Roar and... yeah, so it doesn't matter which one I do to the other one. I feel like if you fail something like that, you remember a lot more than if you blindly follow instructions. 100%. 100% agree. Open door, and then I can't do anything, so skip attack. End Brute's turn. Yeah, because I only need to get not hit. I can take damage from keeping a card.
Excellent. You'll find it.
So, short rest, redraw, get rid of Leaping Cleave. Yeah, because I didn't get attacked, I just took damage. I just attacked myself. That's the real kicker. Alright. So, I now want to... That's how it feels when you're forced out of your nap. 1 damage to self. 100%. I had to wake up this morning at 6 o'clock to sort out some cat stuff, and I was like, oh, that feels like 1 damage to self. That feels like a lot of damage to self. So I want to... Sweeping Blows, not what I want. I want... go here, because I'm guessing that the archer can attack, like if the archer's here, can they attack here? Or how does the archer and doors work? That's the question, because I'd assume that it would just be 4 tiles distance, but also hit the L button on the starting hex. Hang on. It will show you LOE. What is LOE? Okay. So he can't... So he'd be able to get... Yeah, so he'd be able to attack... here? Line of sight, yeah. But he wouldn't be able to attack here or here. Okay, so if he was here, able to go there, you'd be able to move 2. So he can move 2. So from here he can't. Cool. Yep. Awesome. Thank you very much for that, Frodo. That was a massive help. So I want to go here. And then skip movement. And then I don't want to push him because I want to disarm him. And then disarm. Alright, so it's been disarmed. And now, hopefully, no one can get me. Oh. Am I right? Did I do it? I did it!
Excellent stuff. You're well
Cool.
on your way to becoming a professional. One more test, and then I think.
Cool. Mission Impossible theme.
Let's talk about attack modifiers. So far in your training, characters have always drawn a +0 attack modifier. For this training scenario, these archers have just 2
Times
attack
2 and times
modifiers
0.
remaining in their decks. ×2.
Okay, so that's how it randomizes the damage
You want them
output.
to draw the ×0 to deal. You can only disadvantage one archer here, so kill the other with a ranged attack. Should be easy, as the brute's attack modifier deck is full of +1s for this mission.
Okay, so I need a ranged attack, which is the spare dagger, and then a jumping cleave. No. No. How do I give disadvantage? Move 4 spaces. Jumping cleave. Let's just try it, because that's what I've learned. It's a lot easier to actually just try doing something than it is to... Alright, so... Oh, they're both doing the same thing. That makes sense. The attack is automatic disadvantage if you stand next to them. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So I'll move here. And then spare dagger on you, my friend. I get +1. Yep. Cool. Alright.
See how she drew both the ×0 and ×2 modifiers? Disadvantage forced her to draw 2
Okay.
modifiers.
So it's like D&D rules, kind of? Roll two and get the lowest one?
Your final objectives are...
Alright, I can do that. I can do that. Well, that's good to know. And also that probably helps make it a little bit easier to understand, because if I'm like, oh, that's advantage, that's disadvantage. It's nerd lingo, innit? Short rest, because I want to... Yes, I'll burn leap and cleave, because then I can do spare dagger and grab and go. So I want to... Yeah, I'm assuming the range debuff will apply to me as well, so I'll move first. Confirm movement. I'd like to go there, please. And then I'd like to attack you. See? Getting it in my old brain matter. Success. Nice. Nice. See, this guy knows what's up. Merchant. I'm the humble merchant of your fledgling guild. I deal with the important aspects of running a guild. In other words, money. Which, my God, is something lacking at the moment. World map. A little bit barren. Over with all manner of unpleasant monsters. The settlements out there, hidden in the fog. Start with actually recruiting the poor old brute. I am brute. I get that. I get the reference. I get the reference. Travel. Cool. Let's get this Brutus. And the Demon's Gate graveyard, and then you find a mausoleum with a smashed in front door. Going down the steps into the gloom below, you follow a trail of broken bones until you hear the sounds of battle. Entering a chamber, the badly wounded Brutus facing off against a number of undead. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm already getting like major D&D vibes, but like in a very good way. But I suppose that's the turn-based fantasy setting for you. Brute has 2 level 1 living bones elites to deal with, and that means the stats will be greater than their level 0 counterparts. Makes sense? Monster stats are combined with a base ability card drawn from the monster's class's turn, resulting in the cards you see when the monster cards if they're revealed. So it lets them move a bit further and attack a bit harder, especially as they are elites. That makes sense? As living ones are going to attack more than once each this turn. One cards won't afford burning cards, where I will require some shielding. Innate persistent effect. Normally active bonus granting abilities such as shield are accompanied by a round or persistent duration accent icon. So I can use my heater shield and I can shield myself. Cool. So shield bash, and then how much health have you got, lads? I'd like to see how much health you've got. You've got 1, 2, 3 health, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 health. So I can kill. I can kill one of them with a spare dagger. I can kill the 3 guy with a spare dagger, and then hopefully shield. Oh no, because they've got a shield. They've got a shield, so they'll take 1 less damage. All right. So I need to attack them with trample anyway. Think I've got it. Think I've figured it out. So first of all, let's do this. Oh, it shows you how much health it'll take off. That's handy. See, it's just little stuff like that. Like, helps massively with digital board games, being able to just see like information that you wouldn't normally get in the physical version. Just helps out. Right. I've now shielded myself, so I can burn 1 available card. Let's burn my spare dagger. Okay, so I can use my shield to... How do I select receive damage? I'd like to receive damage, please. I have to click. Right, so I don't take any damage. Oh, you can only use it once per. So discard 2 burn cards. Is it because I'm alternating between my controller and my mouse and keyboard? It's not enjoying it. Burn another card. Shield represents some of the damage. Oh, I didn't use my healing potion. Foolish. Foolish. Right. Let's give that another go. Let's give that another old college try. So, I want Shield Bash and Trample. And then I want to use this. Give myself some health. I want to pierce this man in the face. And then I want to shield myself. Alright, cool. So, this first attack, I'm going to use... Receive damage? We're not going to receive damage. And then I've got 1 health left. So let's burn Spare Dagger. Alright, cool. So what I'm gathering also from the tutorial is that Gloomhaven's a game where you are often going to be on the verge of death. Like, this ain't no... Oh yeah, you can just breeze through, it'll be fine. Tip for you, perhaps use the old push and trap combo. Which one prevents damage from attacks, but doesn't do anything against direct damage, such as traps. Cool. Short rest. Have to burn trample. Tutorial makes it quite dire. It's not usually that bad. I suppose they want to put you in a situation where there's one course of action, which makes sense. Like, there's only one possible solution. But I imagine in an actual game, you've got quite a bit more solutions that you can choose. Those two, please. And I would like to... Ooh, on the next 6 sources of damage from attacks targeting you, gain shield. So what's the... no experience, then some experience? Is that just something that happens every turn? Right, I'd like to attack you, please. And then I'd like to... Oh no. Oh no. I did that wrong. Feel like I did that wrong. Forgot you can only do one kind of attack. Foolish. Alright. I keep forgetting that you can only do one of the... You've got 2 cards, but you can only do the top or the bottom. You get 1 XP on the 2nd, 4th, and 6th trigger. Okay. There's quite a lot of, like, delayed triggers and different abilities and cool stuff like that. Interesting. So shield and trample. Continue. I'd like to attack you. No, I wouldn't do that. I'd like to shield myself. And this is the simplest class. Jesus. No wonder people like this game if it's that much depth to it. Alright. Heal myself. And then attack this man. Have at you, you fool. Got him. Right. I've got 2 health. Burn one available card. Yeah, the spare dagger's not really doing anything for me here. Attack X ability allows the character to attack an enemy within range with a base value of X. Makes sense? Alright, cool. Oh, there's 2 spike traps there. I didn't see that. Yes, burn trample. Shield bash, warding strength. Alright, we got this. Got this. Gonna get this skeleton right in the face. So I want to attack. Cool. Some gold, please. Might as well take some. Victory. The adventuring alone is not working out for him. Let's see how else we can recruit. Hand at poking holes and those are getting in the way. She's in the process of liberating some gold right now. She'll be lending her a hand. Yeah, of course. Why is drawing tentacles so hard? Could be worse. You could be trying to draw with tentacles. I heard octopuses aren't the best artists. Octopi? In the direction of Ruin Catacomb, Crypt. Need to get my places full of skeletons correct. To clarify, this is for a D&D character. Cool. I haven't played D&D in too long. I've not played D&D for a good year or so. But this is scratching that D&D itch, so I'll give it big points for that. Incredibly nimble and mobile, not to mention combo off huge amounts of melee damage when things line up just right. Okay, so what are you? 2 targets. Hull with a range of 3. And then attack. Okay. So I'm one adjacent trap. On your next attack while invisible, double the value of the attack and gain. So I want to pull this guy into a trap and hit these 2. I think that's my plan of action. So confirm targets. Have at ya. Gotcha. And then I need to pull this man. Yeah, go for it. Share away. It's for any cool artwork that people find or want to share. Yeah, for anyone that's still not joined our super cool Nomad Discord, go do it, because it's full of cool people like me and Foxbird and anyone else that is cool enough to join our Discord. Loot at least 5 piles of gold this round. The ability is pick up all the gold in the radius specified by the value, so you work out where you need to get and start looting. Okay, so short rest. Every hex you enter with this action. Redraw. Yeah. Take a damage. Alright. So, what have I got? So, swift bow and quick hands is probably the one that I want, isn't it? Loot every hex you enter with this action. So loot X on a character to pick up every gold token creation now within range X and line of sight. Okay, so throwing knives is the one I want to use. And then I want to be able to move, so it's quick hands. I got it. I've got it. Alright. What are you doing? Yeah, there's a lot of like thinking about your sequences of plays in this as well, which I quite enjoy. Like, it's giving me a lot of big brain moments. So if I move to here, skip attack, and then loot, give me all that goodies. Cool. Share the art, I'm ready. Let's have a look. It's loading. It's loading. Nice. Cool. I like it. What race and class? I'm assuming it's a character and not an NPC. Just wait until you can release 2 characters for the solo experience can really hurt the brain. Yeah, I can imagine. Scoundrels agreed to join the guild, which means we've now got mercenaries for a proper mission. Alright, am I going to have to control 2 characters now? Is that what's going to happen? Vampire Warlock, cameo character of someone else's campaign. Cool. Still very impressed by the artwork. If anyone wants to check out that artwork, go to the Nomad Discord. Got an art channel where I've posted horrific pictures of Sonic the Hedgehog and Kermit the Frog in various movies. It'll give you some much needed experience in the job, and then we get some more items in stock once the way is cleared. Let's knock some bandit heads together. Cool. Adventures on the road. Trading the area has effectively started for many months now, with so few daring to venture along the main highways. So you make your way along the trail, wending? As you make your way along the trail, wending its way through a wooded grove. I think I've spotted a spelling mistake. For anyone that doesn't know, I did English literature at university, and I do all the writing for anything that we do here at Nomad Games. So spelling mistakes are like my bread and butter. So I've got those eagle, very expensive degree eyes. Alright, as you make your way along the trail, winding its way through a wooded grove, and getting louder as the source makes its way towards you. Let's do some banditos. What we got? Your starting positions this time by clicking the white hexes, so choose a formation that suits you before you start your first turn. Make out objects, enemies in the undergrowth, and press tab to highlight them. Turn order of monsters in the same class this way. Okay. Cool. That's a lot of cards to choose from. Oh Jesus, that's a lot of cards to choose from. Alright, I can see what you mean about having a lot of things to consider. To proceed or go. Oh, did it cut out part of the message? Weird. Twitch being weird. Right. So. When you target one of your adjacent allies with an attack this round, targets you with that attack instead, regardless of the attack's range. That's quite handy if I want to just tank some damage. How close am I to these fiends? If you proceed, there will be trouble. Check yourself and make it double. Can't remember what the Team Rocket slogan is. I'm a bad Pokemon fan. Right. That shows me all of the things. Cool. So I'm not really going to be able to get close. I suppose I could... What can you do? There's a lot of big brain thinking in this game. Poison? What does poison do? I'm guessing it does what I expect it to do. Poison. Is there a way for me to like zoom in and check out a card's details? I'll have to assume what poison does, but it probably does what I think it does, which is they take an extra damage at the start of their turn. So you've got... I feel like I'm big braining this. You've got 4 health, so the Swift Bow will take them out? Oh no, that only does 3. 2 targets. Poison creatures damaged by 1, so if you attack with a 2 attack, it will attack with 3 damage. Okay, interesting. So I could. Which of these lets me move? Wound will deal you a damage at the start of every turn. Okay. My first 2 enemies, and I'm big braining it as much as I can. Well, invisible, get double the value of the attack and gain 2 experience, but it gets burned. You can move quite a bit, and there's only... How many spaces? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I could move and push him. Because I've got 3 movement? Yeah, so if I do Overwhelming Assault, push him into the trap, I've still then got an attack that I can use. So I can use the Spare Dagger. So I'm going to do that. Spare Dagger. Does it depend? So 27. Yeah. So you need to pick the lowest one first. Oh, I suppose unless you want to go later. Could be useful. Can't think of why now, but I'm assuming it can be useful at some point. So that's him taken care of. That makes sense. Disarm one adjacent trap. Swift bow. See, I've only done these two so far, so I think so far I do like the sound of the scoundrel a bit more. Let's have a look. So I want to be able to do a move. So if I do... How many do I get to move with these? Flanking strike, and then swift bow? Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Jason hex closest to the enemy. Right, so they're only putting down traps, so that's alright. Alright, so you're going first. So I'd like you to move. We've got a range of 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to be here. But I'm gonna kill that guy anyway. Skip movement, and then attack. Cool. End Scoundrel's turn. What are you doing, lad? Ow. I didn't do any damage. That's fine. That did do damage. Ow. Also, I'm assuming that your damage gets refreshed once you finish a mission. I'm assuming you don't get any sort of penalty for coming back from a mission damaged. I would like to push. I'd like to push you here, please. I'd like to follow up with a tasty little dagger. Cool. You don't even get a penalty for failing a mission. That's good to know. But see, I like that because it means that I feel like I can be a bit more... I can try out more stuff. Like, I don't feel like I'm like, oh, but I don't want to risk it because I need to be thinking about my health, or I need to be thinking about the downsides. Gotta love fail forwards. Exactly. Any game that lets you fail forwards is always good. But no, to iterate what I've said before, I'm very impressed with this adaptation. Like, I've obviously not played the physical board game, but I imagine the physical board game can be quite, like, there's a lot to keep track of, and I feel like the amount that is streamlined in this seems very nice. Right, I'm going to... balance measure. Oh, how many can I move? Shield, move 6, move 3, move 4, move X, move 4. So I really want to get up close to him and do a balanced measure, but I don't think I think I'm too far away. I don't think it's worth going that far. So I'm probably just gonna leap and cleave. Cool. And then I want to do what I want to do. She's throwing knives. Just use throwing knives. What could go wrong? Also, the fact that you get to move 6 is unreal. Right, and then I would like to use skip movement. And then I'd like to attack you, please. Oh, hang on. Oh, I moved too close. Oh, that was foolish. I still killed him, but that could have been a lot worse. There's a specific mission in the campaign that we've tried several times in our group and keep failing just short every time. That's sad. The gameplay is incredible in digital. You lose out on some of the nice tactical stuff with physical games, but setup and smoothness of play is unmatched in digital. Yeah, one thing I do know about Gloomhaven is the box for it is absolutely massive. Like, I know that that's almost like a meme at this point. What was I going to say? The ooze is in the final room. I've never failed it, but it's never been easy. Don't really think I have a great merc setup for it right now either. We'll get it eventually. Keep persevering. I'm sure you'll get it eventually. Alright. End Scoundrel's turn. And then... move? And then... skip attack. End Brute's turn. Get some gold. I almost missed that. I want to... loot. And... that's a move. I suppose it doesn't really matter what I do now. There's the heads up. The first official scenario in Gloomhaven is really tough. Bear that in mind. Work is backing. Enjoy the rest of Gloomhaven, Tom, and take care all. My Gloomhaven campaign, just search my name on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, Scott Sword. Appreciate the pointers and just generally everyone that has been in chat giving me pointers. It's been a massive help. Alright. And I want to... loot. Suppose I could become invisible? I don't really feel ooh, disarm adjacent trap. Let's do that. Because I want to get experience for it. And then I want to move so that I am here. Nasty Scots. Free XP, hell yeah, yeah. I'm always here for free XP. Hey, Apex Predator 5, welcome to the chill Nomad Games Gloomhaven stream. So I want to move there, skip movement, skip attack, and Brute's turn. Right, I'm ready for whatever Apex will do. I'm going to do a long rest. Do I do a long rest? I feel like cover all other... Is this similar to the actual board game? I've not actually played the physical board game, but from what I've heard and from what other people have said, this is a very, very accurate recreation of Gloomhaven. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's exactly the same. Alright, cool. Healed up before I go into the next room. Alright, what do I want to get rid of? What am I not that interested in using? Grab and go? It's not the most exciting. I'm going to get rid of balanced measure because I feel like it's a bit too situational. End Brute's turn. A couple of rule changes, but yes, pretty much identical. I had to mute the stream due to work stuff, sorry if it's been answered. Okay, so that's another thing that I'm always interested with digital board game adaptations, because it's something that we do quite a bit as well, well, if we have to, is a lot of rules in physical board games sort of don't translate well to digital. Like if the rule's a bit fuzzy, or it's not 100% clear, oftentimes you can get away with it in a physical game because you can be like, oh well, we think it makes sense to do it this way, so let's just do it that way. Sorry, my throat's going. But in a digital version, obviously you need to know exactly what's going to happen, and the computer needs to know exactly what's going to happen. So oftentimes rules like that can be a bit tricky. What do I want to get rid of? Thieves' Neck. Quick Hands? Get rid of Quick Hands? I feel like Swift Bow is quite helpful. Let me have a think. That's interesting. So we set up a bot to catch sales bots in the act. So on chat they are not showing up, but on the little pop-up chat that's above me they are. Interesting. I wonder if I can refresh that and get rid of the crap. Can I refresh? Can I refresh? Yeah, get out of here, bots. We don't want you. We don't want you here. Is there a way for me to refresh? Don't know if there... Oh, refresh. Nope. Didn't do anything. Did do something. Cool. See. Professionalism. Kill all enemies in all rooms. Alright. I'm ready to... Oh yeah, I was going to make a choice, wasn't I? Backstab's pretty good. Throwing knives? Yeah, I'll get rid of throwing knives. Don't know if that's the right choice, but you live and learn. You live and you learn until you die. But that's a different thing. Right. Shield bash and grab and go. Because my theory is I can walk through the door and then shield myself, so that if anyone's there I can like not die, hopefully. Alright, so I want to use Smoke Bomb and Swift Bow. Or no, I want Swift Bow. Yeah, Swift Bow is the attack. What movement can I have? Smoke Bomb and Swift Bow. Let's do that. Just in case someone's through the door. Oh, I suppose I am moving. Yeah, I forgot the turn order thing. That's fine. Right. I would like to attack, please. I suppose I could go down here. Fair movement. Fifth bow. I'd like to smack this fool, please. Right. End Scoundrel's turn. Alright. So let's move you here. And let's skip movement. And let's murder this man. Yeah, this is a lot less brutal than the tutorials made it out to be. Yeah, didn't take any damage. That's fine. Alright. So I want to use moves that give me more experience, right? Like, that seems like a good tactic. Because I'm guessing, I don't know what the benefits are of leveling up, but I'm guessing there's quite a few benefits of leveling up. It's just my assumption. So I can attack for 3. You get a new card and change your modifier deck. Cool. Alright, backstab. And I would like to move. So move and backstab. Alright, cool. So, I'd like to move. And then I would like to backstab this man. Success. Alright, then the encounter's over. Cool. Success. I do like this game. The fundamentals of magic. Spellweaver. Spellweaver. I'm assuming that's a fancy name for wizard. As you reach a clearing, you hear a commotion ahead. It seems some bandits have cornered an orchard woman. Is this who you have been told to find? Right, enter this dungeon. I'd like to enter the dungeon, please. A powerful but fragile magic wielder who can harness the natural elements of the world. Okay, so is it like a mix between a wizard and a druid? Consume the ice element to augment Freezing Nova's attack, killing as many bandits as you can. Ooh. Target all adjacent enemies immobile. Okay. Consume ice to power up Freezing Nova and kill the weaker bandits. So, how do I consume the ice? Because I'd like to do that. Or do I have to just use Freezing Nova? Right. Okay. So consume ice, +1 to attack. Confirm attack. That's cool. That's very cool. And then I need to get the heck out of here. I don't think there's anywhere I can go that's away, but I can go behind here. I'm assuming that's where I should go. Unless that's a door. Is that a door? Oh, it is a closed door. Can't I open the door? Am I not allowed to open the door? Doesn't look like I'm allowed to open the door. Sad. How much can you move? 3, and you can move 3. Why can't I open the door? I'd like to open the door, please. I think I'm doing it right. Freezing Nova dealt 3 base damage instead of 2. Many of her powerful cards. Is this still tutorial game proper? Good question. I'm assuming that I'm out of like the tutorial, but I'm still in like the post-tutorial introducing you to mechanics phase. So like tutorial-ish? Yeah. I figured that was the case. Has a very powerful trick up the sleeve. Many of her powerful cards may burn after usage, but the top half of reviving either allows her to return all of her burn cards to her hand. One-time recovery per scenario of all burn cards is key to using Spellweaver well. Okay, cool. So I want to take a short rest. So I don't want to do that. I do want to burn Freezing Nova. So Flame Strike and Reviving Aether. And then I want to attack you. Do the old smackaroony. And then I want to revive all my burn cards. If you had chosen to skip the basic game mechanics one, it would have started you on the mission where you recruited the brute. Okay. See, that's cool as well. Like, the fact that they let you start at different levels depending on how familiar you are with the game. That's quite nice. So, overall, I'm very positive about this game's tutorial. Like, for a game that's as complicated as it is, this tutorial is very good. Alright, I want to... Mana Bolt, Freezing Nova, Fire Orbs, Mana Bolt, and ranged attack, and that's also a ranged attack. Cool. So I believe Fire Orbs. Damage and damage. Cool. And then heal myself? Am I wrong? Cool. Buying the Spellweaver agreed to join our guild. To be incredibly potent, but she could be a difficult character to work with due to the complexity of her tactics. Okay. What's the maximum number of mercenaries you can have in one, like, party? Tinkerer. Definitely now I've seen it in action, just need to find the time to play it in between Talisman. It's the eternal struggle. I was looking for fellow explorers to get a tomb nearby. Barkeep said he set off yesterday. Sounds to me like the sort we might be interested in joining a guild such as our own. Let's see if we can find him. Right, cool. 4 in a party. Okay. So that's quite a lot to keep track of, but also not immensely too many. Alright. Let's enter the dungeon. It's so fun to play with 4 people. I can imagine it being a very good 4-player game. So is there 4-player online in the current version of this? Meet the Tinkerer. He's a great support character to have on team. That's cool. We can also take multiple A's in a pinch. Look at the skeletons. I'd say this counts as 1. This room is as late as possible this round. Go slow and let the enemies come to you. Okay, so once again, I was ahead of the curve. What can I say? It was rather buggy in the beginning. Now it works really well. Yeah, I think I heard from my boss here at Nomad. He tried it when the game first came out. And he was like, you can see it's got a lot of potential, but it also needs a lot of work. Because I think when he played it, there wasn't even a tutorial. So he was like, I don't know what a lot of these mechanics are. And just seeing now, like, obviously they've put a lot of effort into it and it shows. So yeah, good on them for sticking with it and putting a lot of effort in. So it's better to go slow and let enemies come to you. In one of the Tinker's famous area effect attacks. There was a weird time when it was new where if the host tabbed out, it would often desync the lobby. That's a very interesting one. Alright. So, tonic gets burned. That gets burned. So, go late. And then move. That's probably my best. Right, come on, living bones. Also weird that they're living bones, not skeletons. Is that just me? The Tinkerer is wounded. Let's burn an available card then, aren't I? Police skeleton is trademarked by the Halloween lobby. A classic Halloween lobby. Can I? Alright, so it hits 3 spaces, so best bet is, can I rotate this at all? Their ability to, oh, I can. Cool. I like being able to rotate my spells. My favourite thing to do with a spell. I also like that it's so clearly marked as to where your effect's going to be. It's good. Confirm target. Nice. I'd like to heal myself, please. If you use heal ability when wounded, the character not only recovers hit points but loses the wound condition. Okay, so poison stops you from healing until you've done it twice. Let's move to this little corner, away from the skeletons as far as possible. Thank you. So recover all of the discarded cards. Not really got that many options here. Am I meant to have not many options? All of your spent item cards. Energizing tonic. Yeah, I can get rid of that. Got rid of all my stuff. Am I lost? I'm a big Ray Harryhausen fan. I'm very happy that skeletons are very much in the Jason of the Argonauts vein. We like that classic skeleton look. Am I meant to do Toxic Bolt? I think I meant to use Toxic Bolt. I think I got my choices wrong, is what I did. Burn an available card. Alright, heal myself. Can I heal myself before? Don't know if I'd be able to do that. In a regular mission, the Tinkerer has the largest deck. Okay. Think about getting this game. I definitely recommend it. Just from, I've only been playing it for 2 hours, but the adaptation seems really good. Like, they've clearly put a lot of effort into making this as good as possible, and it shows. Alright, so I can't reach them with that. So, end my turn? So exciting every time I set up and play. Yeah, I can see that there's been a lot of well, lack of available cards. Alright, so I'm assuming that I'm meant to heal myself sooner than I am. That's my assumption. He's in both my sisters, she moved away, so something to do good. Yeah, the fact that this has online, I really like. So I want Toxic Bolt, and I want Ink Bomb. Do I want Toxic Bolt? I probably want the other one. Oh well, I'm sure it doesn't matter. I'm sure it'll be fine. So receive damage, and then yeah, because I can receive damage without dying. Cool. Oh, I've gone too quickly. Oh, is there a? All right. Well, I'm just gonna skip. Skip. Alright. Think I've got it. I think I've got the sequence of moves that it's trying to make me do. Okay. So, I want Ink Bomb and Energizing Tonic. That's what I want. Because then they move and then I can go. Yeah, I think I've got it. Receive damage. That's fine. heal myself, please. Oh, you can zoom out pretty far. Oh, but then I can't use my... Fool. I'm a fool. I'm an absolute fool. Alright. I'm pretty sure I've got it. I'm pretty sure I've got what I need to do now. I just need to like sequence it in my brain. Alright. Ink Bomb first is definitely where I need to be. And that's the attack. So I need to hit 3 living bones this round. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Alright, so I need to wait for the living bones to move, then take damage from my wound and heal myself. Take damage. And then I want to use... Yep, heal myself. And then hit the bones. Hit the bones, please. No, I want to rotate so I can hit some bones. Right, believe that's 3. Let's check. Yes, that is 3. Cool. All right, get those. And then move back here. Cool. Why did I lose my cards? I didn't burn my cards. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I'm sure I'm not doing anything wrong. Ink Bomb, energizing tonic. Or do I need to use the toxic bolt? No, I can't because that's not far enough range. Or is it because I'm burning the card by using the ability? I'm so confused. So confused. Right. Receive damage. Heal myself. Ink Bomb attack. Alright, so I've done it. And then I just need to move here. That's what I did wrong. Okay. So, if I take burn 1 discard card at random, recover all of the discarded cards. You may reroll the random card to burn 1 at the cost of 1 health. So I need to kill them, but I don't think I can. Can I? Kill the remaining living bones this round. Oh, I suppose if I short rest and then get back the I don't want Toxic Bolt, I want the other one. Yeah, so I can burn Toxic Bolt. There's a lot of thought you need to put into this. Alright. I think I have everything that I need. So I move here, because I want that gold, and then skip movement. Cool. Yeah, I realised after I moved, I'd moved into disadvantage, but luckily I managed to just do it. Few fortune, the rolls are good. Yeah, I got quite lucky. But yes, I finally beat the Tinkerer's tutorial. I had to do a lot of brain thinking then. I wasn't quite ready for all that brain thinking. Peace be with you. And Priestess here, sworn to the Sanctuary of the Great Oak. Meeting with hers in the Sanctuary and die in need of assistance. Defiled by deranged cultists. Alright, well, it's getting close to the time where I head off to do all the work stuff that I need to do before the end of the day. So I think I'm going to probably close out the stream at that point. But thank you everyone so much. Yeah, I know. I have to go back to work. What a shame. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. And thanks Flaming Fowl Studios for making such a great digital adaptation. Like I said, I'd not played it before today, and I've been really impressed, like super impressed. Like I said, they've sold massive amounts of the game, and well deserved as well, because yeah, they've done very, very well. So go check out Gloomhaven Digital on Twitter. I think it's Gloomhaven_Digi. If you go to the Nomad Games Twitter, then you'll be able to find them. If I put in social, so those are our socials. Mythistra is, I'm one of the devs for this. Really enjoyed lurking, listening to your thoughts on the game. Thank you. That's why I've been doing this, because, like I said, it's interesting for us as a digital board game developer to play other people's digital board games, just because, everyone's going to do something differently, and we're always interested to see what other people are doing. So, yeah, really impressed. You guys have done a really good job. Please pass on my praise to the rest of the team, because yeah, you guys have done a very good job of making this digital board game. So yeah, I think that's it. So go follow us at Nomad Games, check us out everywhere, go check out all the cool stuff that Flaming Fowl Studios are doing. I know that they've just put out some awesome new DLC for Gloomhaven, so go check that out, add it to your wish list, all that good stuff. And yeah, tune in next week where I will be playing. What am I going to be playing? I've entirely forgotten what I'm going to be playing. Where's our stream schedule? I'm going to be playing some Talisman Origins, so tune in for that if you want to see some single player Talisman goodness. Whatever we're working on Catan at the moment, so we're super excited about that. We can't share anything yet, because we're not at a point where we're happy to share screenshots and in progress stuff, but it's coming along super well, and it's our biggest project ever, as a digital board game, so we're super excited for Catan. But yeah, we've also got some other secret projects which I can't talk about, but I'm sure at one point in the future I will be able to. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in, especially thanks to some of the Gloomhaven devs for tuning in. that's super cool. And yeah, see you next week for more Nomad Games streams. See you all later.